$1,200 bucks, full-time grip, and it laughs at blizzards. First beast on the list. Meet the wagon that started my addiction.
Subaru secret that could rewrite your next road trip. But only if you promise not to sell your soul to a shiny new SUV first. Man, pull up. A chair or hell, hop in the passenger seat. Name's Jack, and if you smell that faint whiff of 30-weight oil clinging to my shirt, blame the ghosts in my garage. I've got a '79 Leon wagon rusting out back that has seen more backcountry than most folks see Netflix. And every time I fire it up, it's like cracking open a time capsule of pure, unfiltered Subaru madness. We're talking the 80s here. That golden era when Subaru didn't give a damn about cup holders or Bluetooth. They built tanks disguised as family haulers. Machines that turned off-grid from a pipe dream into hold my beer. And yeah, this channel. It's my late-night confession booth for gearheads like us, where we swap stories about the rides that scarred our knuckles and stole our hearts. No fluff, just the rumble of boxer engines echoing off canyon walls. Let's kick this off with the one that started it all for me. The Subaru Leon wagon. Mid-80s glory. Probably 85 or so. I snagged mine for a crisp $1,200 off some old-timer in the Rockies, rusty as hell. But that full-time AWD, it's like the car's got eyes in the gravel, gripping turns that'd send a Prius into therapy. Picture this, you're loaded up with the wife, 2 kids, and enough camping gear to outlast a zombie apocalypse. That 1.8-liter flat 4 hums like a loyal dog. Nothing fancy, 70 horses tops. But on a rain-slicked Forest Service road, it claws forward while everything else spins donuts. I remember bombing down a switchback in Colorado last fall, wipers slapping like a heartbeat, and the Leone just ate it. No drama, no fishtailing, just this quiet defiance, like it was whispering, "I've got you." And the space, fold the seats. You've got a bunk for the little ones, or a cooler full of trout from the stream. It's overkill for the grocery run, sure, but that's the poetry built in '82 for under 10 grand new. Now a steal if you hunt Craigslist ghosts. But wait, you think that's rugged? Hang on, cause the GL10 wagon rolls in like it's rowdy big brother. Late 80s edition, 87 maybe. I test drove one last month, $2,500. Turbocharged dreams in a body that's all boxy charm. That 1.8 liter with the blow-off valve spooling up. It's got 110 horses if you're lucky, but on the highway, it's a freight train disguised as your minivan. We're hauling the family to Yellowstone, top down on the roof rack. Bikes rattling like loose change. And this thing corners like it's on rails, symmetrical, outbiting into asphalt, making you forget you're in a wagon from the era of leg warmers. The interior's vinyl, tough as boot leather, seats 5 without apology, and that rear hatch swings wide for lumber or a tent pole that won't fit anywhere else. I laughed out loud when it powered through a mud bog that swallowed my buddy's Tacoma Subaru's low-range transfer case, kicking in like a secret weapon. Overbuilt? Hell yes. And that turbo whine, it's the soundtrack to freedom, baby. Shifting gears of her feel like your ride's got a split personality. Enter the Subaru XT, or Alcyone if you're fancy. 86 vintage buys found one in a junkyard for parts, but damn if it didn't beg for a second life at $3,000 restored. It's no pure family hauler, more like the cool uncle who shows up with off-road tires and a six-pack. Aerodynamic as a stealth bomber, that pop-up headlights give it this 80s anime vibe. And under the hood, a 2.7-liter flat-six, 145 horses, full-time AWD that dances through ruts like it's auditioning for rally tapes. Cram in the fam seats for comfy, but toss the kids in back with the cooler, and you're golden for a trailhead dash. I took it up a fire road once, dust clouding the mirrors, and it handled like a sports car on steroid suspension, soaking bumps that'd rattle your teeth, while the boxer growl vibrates right through your chest. Price back then, around $15,000 new. Now a bargain for the soul it saves on those "are we there yet?" days. But here's the hook. It's got this wild, untamed edge that makes you question why we ever settled for crossovers. Alright, confession time. That XT got me thinking about the real workhorses, like the DL wagon. Early 80s staple, 81 model year. Snagged a beater for $800. Poured a weekend's sweat into the head gaskets, and boom, basic as they come. 1.6 liter putting out 60 horses. But that part-time for WD, it's the equalizer, turning slushy back roads into your personal playground. Family loaded, 4 doors, wagon space for diapers, fishing rods, the works. No frills, no power windows, just crank him and grin butt on a snowy escape to the cabin. It plows ahead while the world parks. I felt invincible hauling our labradoodle in a Christmas tree up an icy grade, the heater blasting folk tunes on cassette. Built for peanuts, under 8K new, it's the Subaru that says, reliability ain't flashy, it's family. Now, lean in, cause the Justy for WD-88 Pocket Rocket. It's the underdog that punches above its weight. $1,000 got me one with 200,000 on the clock. Still grinning. Tiny 1.2 liter, 55 horses. but that Andaman WD flips on like a light switch in the slop. Seats for if you breathe shallow, perfect for quick off-grid jaunts, with the crew fold flat seats for gear hauls that'd shame a Jeep. I zipped it through Vermont mud last spring, rain pounding, and it giggled over roots like a goat on caffeine. No turbo, no drama, just pure, scrappy joy. And get this, it sips gas like a camel, leaving cash for s'mores. But oh man, the Brumby or Brat if you're stateside, 84 pickup twist on the Leon. $2,000 for a roller, now my weekend warrior. Open bed for hauling ATVs, jump seats for the kids, yeah, 80s rules, and that 1.8-liter AWD setup. Climbs like a mountain goat, family off-grid, load M in the cab, gear in back, and blast trails where sedans fear to tread. I camped with it in the Sierras, stars overhead, engine ticking, cool built for 9K new. It's the rebel that started Subaru's wild side. Hold tight, cause the Samber van, 80s Kai import, tiny terror at $4,000 restored. Boxy as a lunch pail, seats 6 in a pinch, rear engine a WD chewing gravel. Haul the whole tribe, plus picnic baskets, it's a clown car for adventurers. Whipped one through city slop to a trailhead, laughing all the way. Then there's the Domingo, 83 minivan magic, $3,500. Find 3 rows in a footprint smaller than your garage. 1.2-liter humming, selectable for WD-4 when pavement ends. Family hauls to the lake. Doors slide wide, space for coolers and chaos. I felt like a pioneer in one, powering over potholes that'd crater a Civic. Loyal Wagon, 86, turbo dreams for $2,800. Beefed up Leone, 110 horses, a WD grip like glue, loaded for bear hunts. It 8 miles without complaint suspension that hugs dirt like an old friend. And the E-Series truck, 80s hauler, $1,500 steel. Cab forward, bed for gear, for WD low, for the win. Family tow, hitch the trailer, go. Who? These 80s Subarus, they're not just metal and rubber, they're time machines with oil stains and stories etched in. That secret, I teased, it's this. Every one of them was born from Subaru's rally blood, over-engineered for apocalypse-proof family runs. And here's the gut punch, they're cheaper than therapy, tougher than divorce. So tell me, gearhead, which one's calling your name from the shadows? Drop it below, hit that bell if your veins run premium, and let's keep chasing horizons. Drive safe out there, cause the road's waiting.